Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm Teacher Mayet, and I will discuss the permutation. I hope at the end of this video, you will learn something in our topic. So let us start. One thing to ask to know if it is a permutation, does the order matter? So what is an order? So, kailangan alam muna natin kung ano ba yung order. So, yung order is something that defines as a rank, a roles, kumbaga, yung bagay na di pwedeng magkapalit. If your answer is yes, then it is permutation. So, ano ba yung mga permutation problems na kadalasan nai-encounter natin? So, first example of permutation is we have definite sequence. So, mga halimbawa ng definite sequence is your ATM PIN number. So, for example, your PIN number is 5412. So, if magkapalit na yung numbers at magiging 1245, for sure, hindi ka makakatransact kasi invalid na yun. Ibig sabihin, di pwedeng mag-rumble ang numbers. So, another example also is gumagawa ka ng lock sa maleta. So, ibig sabihin nito, hindi rin pwedeng magka-rumble yung lock mo. Kasi, for sure, hindi mo ma-open yung maleta mo pag magkamali ka sa combination ng lock. Next example is ranking people. So in a contest, there's always a first, second, and third place. Another example also is an election, like having a president, vice president, secretary. So it means in ranking people, there is a specific role. So another example of permutation is a specific order. So, halimbawa nito, naindun ka sa isang movie at naka-assign sa upuan mo A, B, C. So, si 1 sa A, si 2 sa B, at saka si number 3 sa letter C. So, if uupo si number 3 sa letter B, at saka si number 1 sa letter A, o di kaya si number 2 sa letter A, then, for sure, magkaiba na ang order nun. Okay, fourth example of permutation is forming digits. So, ano tong forming digits? So, halimbawa, may numero kang 1, 2, 3. So, 1, 2, 3 is not equal as 2, 3, 1. And the last example of permutation is the sequence of rows. So, halimbawa, may bola ka sa isang basket. So, in your first row, nakuha mo yung red ball. In your second row, nakuha mo yung blue ball. Tsaka yung third row, nakuha mo ay green ball. So, there is distinct position in red, blue, and green. Sa ibang usapan naman, kung green ang mauna, tsaka red, at tsaka blue. So, it's not in order. So, with all the examples given, permutation is an arrangement in a particular order, so meaning may exact number, may exact position. So let's try an example. Suppose you secured your bike using a combination lock. Later, you realize that you forgot the 4-digit code and you only remember that the code contains the digits 1, 3, 4, and 7. Think of it. How many codes can be formed in a lock requiring 4 unique digits chosen from 3, 1, 4, and 7? So if you try listing now, the 4 number is unique, so bawal maulit. So we have first, the first digit is 1347, and then we also have 1374, and then next one we have 1437, and then 1473, followed by 1734, and the last one is we have also 1743. So matatapos mo yung 1, yung 3 na naman. So we have 3147, 3174, and so on and so forth. And then yung 4 na naman yung mauna, we have 4137, 4173, and then and so on and so forth hanggang sa yung last digit na siya na naman yung nauna, yung 7. 7134 up to the last one, which is 7413. From the list that we have, we got 24 ways of codes na pwede natin makuha from the digits 1347. So, pag ganito, ubos ang oras mo sa paglilista. So, okay lang if 3 digits lang o di kaya 4. Pero kapag more than na, it takes time talaga. Another way in solving is yung may formula tayong gagamitin. But before that one, we will come across a lot of calculations involving the product of a series of positive integers such as 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, or 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. For convenience, 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 can be expressed as 4 factorial, and 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 can be expressed as 7 factorial. This notation is known as factorial, and n exclamation point is read as n factorial. N factorial in general is equal to n times the quantity of n minus 1 times the quantity of n minus 2 up to 1, where n is a positive integer. So let's go back to the examples given. 7 times 6 times 5 up to 1 is 7 factorial, and 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 is equal to 4 factorial. The number of permutations of n different objects is n factorial. So in this case, the number of permutations of R objects chosen from n different objects is obtained using the formula n taken R is equal to n factorial over the quantity of n minus R factorial, where n and R are positive integers, and R should not be less than equal to n or greater than equal to 1. So let's go back to the problem given. Suppose you're secured your bike using a combination lock. Later, you realize that you forgot the 4-digit code and you only remembered that the code contains the digits 1, 3, 4, and 7. So using the formula n taken R, note that n here is number of options na pagpipilian at saka yung R, number of spots or position na pupunuin. With this problem, we have 4 taken 4, where we have digits na pagpipilian 3, 1, 4, 7, 4, tsaka yung position na pupunuin is 4 din na digit. From the formula, 4 taken 4 is equal to 4 factorial over the quantity 4 minus 4 factorial, which is 4 minus 4 is equal to 0 factorial, and 0 is equal to 1. And 4 factorial is equal to 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, which is 24. So divided by 1 is equal to 24. So makikita natin na sa listing method at saka sa formula, the same pa rin yung result. Another way to solve the problem is we have technique. Ito yung pinakagusto ko sa lahat. So, some technique is, una, ilan yung number of positions in general or yung digits na pupunuin. So, we have 4 digits. We have thousands, hundreds, tens, and ones. So, ilan naman yung number of options? So, makikita natin from 3, 1, 4, 7, 4 din yung number of options natin. Halimbawa, sa unang option, 4 yung number na pagpipilian. So, 3, 1, 4, 7. So, nakapili ka na ng 3. So, sa susunod, hindi mo na siya pwedeng ibalik since napili mo na yung 3. So, may options ka na lang na 4, 1, at saka 7. So, pangalawang spot is 4 na naman yung napili mo. So, dalawa na lang din ang option mo. hanggang isa na lang. So, it means that 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. So, meron kang 24 na choices or ways ng pagpipilian. So, to have more, in a fitness center, there are 5 different pieces of equipment. If only 3 pieces of equipment out of 5 are used, how many choices of orders of usage are there? So makikita natin yung number of options na pagpipilian ay 5 at saka yung number of spots or position na pupunuin ay 3. So we have 5 taken 3. So using the formula 5 taken 3 is equal to 5 factorial over the quantity 5 minus 3 factorial, which is equal to 5 factorial over 2 factorial. So 5 factorial is 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, and 2 factorial is 2 times 1. So we have 120 divided by 2, which is equal to 60. Using now the technique, may 5 options tayo na pagpipilian at may 3 position na pupunuin. So, 1, 2, and 3. So, sa first position, so may 5 tayong choices. So, pag may napili na tayong isa, magiging 4 na ang next. At may napili naman tayong isa, so 3 na lang ang pagpipilian natin. So, 5 times 4 times 3 is equal to 60, which is makikita natin based sa ating formula na nakuhang answer is the same pa rin sa technique. I hope you learned something, so thank you for watching and please subscribe my channel. God bless.